Lately it looking and lacking, mine was feeling like defeat, yeah. Looking being hella passive, I've been chilling, I'm discreet, yeah. I've been wishing upon a star and shit, holding on to who I am. How did I make it this far and shit? I ain't had no other plans, yeah.
Dealing with a lot of, cause I had open heart surgery, so I was dealing with a lot of pressure of that, and my mom not really understanding, you know, how to deal with a child with open heart surgery. So it seemed like I was walking on eggshells, like, don't run too fast, don't do this, don't do that, make sure keeping a steady pace type thing. So I feel like my anxiety really started with dealing with the things outside of me having open heart surgery. The way I found out about anxiety was from an infomercial of me being anxious one night and I couldn't sleep. I was flipping through the channels and I just so happened to keep it on one channel and I was just chilling. And you know how infomercials come through and it's like, do you have such and such, or are you feeling this kind of way? And every list they was going down, I was like, yeah, I feel like that, check. Yeah, I go through that, check. And then by the end of it, it was like, well, you have anxiety, call 1-800 blah, blah, blah for more information. This is what I've been going through. This is what I have. This is anxiety. Like, okay, now I have a name to it. At that time, nobody knew anxiety or what anxiety was or really, you know. Now that I know more about what I'm going through, everything helps. Like I journal daily, paint, I write, all those things kind of help. It's hard for me to explain how I'm feeling to somebody some days verbally, but I can write it down and I can like get into detail. Or even when I'm painting, like sometimes I can't explain my emotion or what I'm feeling, but I can express it with, painting or whatever. So I feel like those things are just an escape. Like everything that I write, everything in my music, it comes from a real place. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why sometimes it takes a lot longer for me to come with like a body of work or music or whatever, but like literally coming from within or something that I dealt with or dealing with.
In my journals, I write on one side and then I use like when I have my Polaroid camera, I try to take Polaroids and try to like almost kind of illustrate what it is I'm saying or what that feeling was in that moment, because I feel like my journal is kind of like a time capsule. So I date it, date the time that I wrote it, so that way I can go back to it and kind of figure out or just go back to it in general.
I'm naturally attracted to like water for some reason. I don't know, it's really weird, but it calms me. Maybe like a couple weeks ago, I had an episode and it was just like, you know what? This is my last result. I really, really need some sort of help, because everything else I've tried or everything else that I've used ain't working. I don't want to use the alcohol. I just really want to deal with this head on because I want to be a better artist and I want to be a better me. When you're dealing with anxiety and when you're having an episode, to have that network of people that deal with anxiety as well and know what you're feeling is a great feeling. And it's very calming and reassuring when you're going through an episode to talk to somebody that kind of understands what's going on. I'm glad I made that realization to be like, you know what? Because now I feel like I have an upper hand on my anxiety and my depression. It can be overwhelming to try to get the support that you need if you've never done it before. Here's a place where you can start. SafeStrongOregon.org is an online hub where you can find resources that feel right for you and that are specifically for our communities. One of those resources is Youth Era. It's an online community where you can connect with folks going through the same stuff. It's free and private, so you can feel safe to talk about what's going on in your life. Check it out and find more resources at SafeStrongOregon.org.